Wanna go kill that over there? Come on, let's kill something.
Welcome back, folks, to Let's Play Baldur's Gate 2, the Enhanced Edition, The Shadows of Arm. And when last we left off, it's a lovely day here at the Darni's Hold, which was unfortunate for Hexat, because I forgot to equip the Cloak of Dragomir to her before we stepped outside. She promptly started burning to death as we fought the Yuan-ti. I did figure it out in time, though, to prevent her from dying, which is good, because it will take her a while to regain all the hit points that she lost while burning. We did manage to assemble the Flail of the Ages, though, a weapon with great power that we promptly put in our bag of holding and will likely forget about. It is really useful, it's just not useful for our party because nobody is spec'd into using Morning Stars and Flails. We're more a Mace's Warhammer kind of party when it comes to blunt weapons, and a little bit of staff with Edwina. There's no way to get to the rest of the battlements here, so the only way that we can go is back downstairs to go to the other stairs that lead to the roof. There are going to be quite a few encounters, I imagine, along the way, because this is a place where enemies do respawn. The Darni's Hold has a lot of trolls. They did say that there were roughly 30 or so of them, which does explain why sometimes you'll find trolls in, like there, areas that you've already explored. We need to quickly get everyone back here and get you two to go back and take care of that. Oh, and there's a troll there as well. Right, this is not so great. If you can deal with that one while you two deal with that one, we can deal with the ambush of trolls. That one didn't really seem that bothered in going over to fight us, though, until we walked over to it, which does work to our benefit. That one is gone, and this one will be gone in a moment as well. Korgan having this axe is really useful because it saves us a lot of ammunition. There we go. Marvellous. 2 trolls taken care of, and that's not a bad amount of experience. Split between 6 people, it's not going to get us much closer to a level. I mean, you need 161,000 experience, but every little bit does help. We'll now go this way and head up to the roof once more. Let's have a look at all of these catapults. They do seem quite serviceable, but looks can be deceiving. This catapult looks as if it has seen recent use.
It's too bright out. Where did I put me ale?
You keep ale with you? How do you prevent it from spilling? That must be a really tight lid for that flagon that you have in your backpack. It seems like these catapults have now been battered beyond repair, which is a shame, because we could really use them to deal with the trolls, if we had something burnable that we could put in the catapult. Let's get the fighters up here first. Just in case there's a troll. And there's a troll. Let's have you fight here. And this troll shouldn't be too long for this encounter. There we go. One less troll to deal with. Anyone else here? There might be a couple of Yuan-ti hanging around. We'll have to see if they're over here. There's another. Oh look, there are some Yuan-ti. 2 of them? Is it just 2? It's just 2. 2 Yuan-ti really aren't a huge problem. Then again, I've said that about encounters recently, and then they've promptly nearly wiped out the party. So I shouldn't be so bold in my statements of us being too powerful for any fight we face. Even a bear could kill Terry with enough lucky hits. Nothing there that we can look at. Anything over here? Is there a door over here that I can open? There might be. It doesn't look like there's a door here, though. Nope, no door. So the only way that we can go is this way, that will either lead us to an area inside the keep, or will bring us to this area. I think it brings us to this area. Let's go down and find out. It might take a while because these 2 have decided that they're not going to actually go. There we go. Much better. We are now here. Definitely a good time to save. And we'll very cautiously explore.
Be quick with
Korgan, you go first, because you're the one that's armed with the weapon that can deal with the trolls effectively. Okay, this leads over to the walls, and I imagine those stairs lead to the courtyard. We want to deal with the drawbridge and the portcullis first. And there's a troll. Good thing Corgan went first, eh? These trolls are not so difficult anymore now that we have the, Ooh, we got a level up now that we have the weapon that deals acid damage. Let's give you that level up, shall we? You gained 2 extra hit points, 3 lore points, 25 skill points, a backstab multiplier, and all of those saves. Now I think we're going to give you a little more open lock. And I think we could also give you a little more fine traps, and more fine traps. We could start putting points into pickpocket, but I really don't think I'm going to be using it. We could give you some points in detect illusions or set traps. I don't think we're actually going to go into set traps. I know there are advantages to being able to set traps of your own, but I really just use these abilities for finding traps.
I am ready.
So I'll stick with that. Might as well use abilities that I'll actually remember to use. And this is what we need. Let's use it. Aha! We have gained experience for doing that, which means that it's quite likely that some of the encounter that we'd find down there has already been dealt with. I like things being dealt with without us having to fight. This music is very victorious, considering that we just, don't worry, there'll be things to fight soon, considering that we just turned something. What's going on down here? Ah! Combat is happening! Death to the human scum, eh? There's a greater Yanti, and an already badly wounded troll. Let's see about dealing with these foes. They also have an Otague. We can deal with the Otague. I want you to start firing some arrows there, and I want you to start attacking there. Rain death upon them and let despair be our vanguard. I'd rather that despair was not your vanguard. Now the Greater Yanti is probably going to have some problems in a moment because we're really capable of dealing with these Yanti. Also, we were all the way back there. We probably should have been fighting a lot sooner, but the Greater Yanti is gone. And soon you'll be gone too. And we gained another level up. Anyone else around here to fight? It would seem not. And you disappeared. Ah! Here are some dogs. Spot, Rover, Rex, and Sparky. Now, we were told about the fact that the creatures down below ate the meat of dogs, and if we want to bypass a somewhat challenging fight, I think we have to kill the dogs. I don't think we're going to do that, though. I'd rather try and fight those opponents first and see if I can take them on. Let's level up, because we have a level up to do. Now we're going to gain 3 additional hit points, some lore, and a lot of save reductions, and pretty much nothing else. We have 141 hit points, not bad. Now from here we could go outside and head away, but I think I'm going to go through this door. And here brings me to this area where we have some guards doing battle with a troll. If we'd have rushed to have lowered the drawbridge first, we probably would have had these people helping us out from the very beginning, with magical swords that burn. I've done what I can. The rest is up to you, Terry. So you killed 1 troll, and then went, I'm done now. You can handle the rest, right?
Of course.
I mean, we can handle the rest, but it would be nice for you all to hang around and help us out a bit more. Go downstairs to the basement and help find Lord Darnice. No? You're not going to do that, are you? Also, I imagine that the golem is still going to be here. There is a point where the golem stops being here. Once you've completed the quest here, anything that's in the keep is then gone forever. Including the golem, I believe. Oh, and there's a troll! That's not so good. Fortunately, you're by the troll, so we can quite easily take care of this opponent. That was a mighty hit indeed. 2 mighty hits. Wow. That is the end of that troll. That troll didn't even stand a chance. How hard were those hits? We had a hit there for 14 and a hit for 48. Wow. I'm going to move you across here just to see if the golem is... Yep, golem's still there. Golem's still there. Let's move everyone over one at a time, shall we? So nobody gets killed by the iron golem. I think we'll probably be encountering more iron golems in the future, but we'll be better prepared for them because I'll actually get some spells that can help deal with them, like lower magic resistance. And then we can actually start hitting them with spells. I think it's a good time to save right now and head down to the basement.
Yes, very well.
The basement has some things that we can look in. But before we do that, we're going to look for traps, because there may be traps like that one right there. And we gained a level up for dealing with a trap. That's marvellous. Not much to be gained apart from some hit points and some save reductions though, but I'll take them. I'll take them. How close are you to leveling up? Quite a ways away, a long way away, substantial distance away. So I think those are all the level ups that we're going to get for a little while. Anything else that's locked or trapped? I don't think this will be trapped. In here, just a tiny amount of gold. What about in here? It's locked, predictably. And in there is, ooh, an amulet. And a tiny amount of gold and some arrows. Let's look at that amulet. Do you know what this is? The shield amulet. This amulet can be activated by a simple command word and a touch, with each use acting as one charge. The effect is a duplication of the first level wizard spell shield. For the duration of a spell, the wearer will have a base armor class of 4 and a further +2 armor class bonus versus missiles. The wearer is also immune to the spell magic missile for the duration. This is cumulative with any modifiers due to shields and magical devices. That's pretty useful. Can't be used by a wizard slayer, and it has 42 charges. Quite nice.
What would you have me do?
We have one more thing that we can look at, and that is this. In here, ooh, loads of ammunition. I like that it's here. What I don't like is that there's going to be something nasty down here that we're going to have to deal with. And I think I know what we're going to have to deal with. I'm not looking forward to this fight. Well, there's a troll. Trolls, not so bad. It's not a troll that I'm worried about. It's something else. There is a spectral troll. I believe we've dealt with spectral trolls before. And there's another troll. This seems to be where the bulk of the trolls are that are in the invasion force. With you, as soon as you drop down, there we go. And now we'll deal with you. I doubt you're going to be getting through this nigh on impenetrable wall of warriors. Anything in here to loot? There are things to loot in here. Are they, however, trapped? Let's find out. Traps anywhere? No, but there's nothing in here. And there's one gold piece in here. We'll keep that trap searching going, shall we? Because there could be anything in here. Oh! That's what I was worried about. That's what I'm worried about. Welcome to Umber Hulks. And Umber Hulks are really dangerous because they can do things like that. We'll let you rush forward. There are many of them here, it would seem. At least 2. I think there might be 4. We need to very quickly deal with you in melee. And I think Corgan is currently attacking Terry, which is not that good. Also, they really, really hurt. They can hit really hard. So we need to keep our distance and make sure that we don't have anyone be seriously hurt.
wanna go kill that over there?
Fortunately, I think the Cloak of Displacement is doing a good job of ensuring that Terry isn't hit that often. Corgan's not doing that much right now, which certainly works to my benefit. And yep, we've dealt with a few of them. Any more here? There are a few more here. Going in here might have been a mistake, but I don't think that Terry can be confused by them. I really don't want you all to be hit by Corgan here, so if you could all back up, that would be fantastic. So while they're all running away from Corgan, we'll have Terry take care of the Umber Hulks. Shouldn't have moved so close to you, should I? You can just stay there, that's fine. So that could have gone a lot worse. That could have gotten far more messy than it did. And there we go. The confusion effect is gone. Brilliant. There are many times that I have dealt with the Umber Hulks, and what has happened is that all the party have been puzzled and confused and then turned on each other, while the Umber Hulks just finish us off. With Terry holding Lillicor, that was a lot less painful than it usually is. And I'm glad that I have Lillicor. For all the people that complain that Lillicor is very verbose and complains a lot, when you fight Umber Hulks, suddenly you realise that the ability to resist an Umber Hulk's effect is very much worth dealing with that chatter. We have a lot of stuff to loot here, and we could have dealt with this scenario without fighting them. We could have distracted them and locked them up in a room, but I chose not to do so. Instead, I went for the combat situation. I didn't know they were in this room, but I knew we were going to have to fight them eventually. This is locked. In here are some more magical piles of ammunition. Ooh, in here is studded leather armor. Now I know what this is, but Edwina doesn't. So we'll get this identified using our item. This is Orc Leather +3. This ghastly armor was taken from an Orc camp destroyed by barbarians. Instead of standard metal rivets, like normal studded leather, this Orc Leather is instead laced with hundreds of fire-hardened bones. Finger bones, ribs, and skulls cover the armor, acting much like the traditional metal rivets. Powerful Orcish enchantments give the armor special resistance to missile attacks, but the repulsiveness of the armor reduces the wearer's charisma. 10% resistance to missile damage, and it is armor class 4 leather. It's certainly not bad. We're likely not going to be using it, but it's certainly not bad. We have other things that we can look in, including this chest that I'm going to check just in case it's trapped. Is it trapped? Doesn't look like it. It's not locked either. In here are just some piles of magical bullets. We're getting lots of those, which is good, because at some point we may actually use them. +1 bullets, we have some +2 bullets here. We'll put them into that pile there, and then we'll equip this to you.
That's the best you can manage?
Let's see what else we can find.
That sounds done.
We can find some ammunition, some of which is magical. Marvellous.
Yes.
What about in here? A corridor leading to another door. And over here is somebody that unfortunately didn't make it. Which reminds me, we should look for traps, because if you perished, we need to know why, and it could very well be because you stumbled on something that blew you up. It's more likely that the Umber Hulks killed you, but who knows? Let's open this door. No one in here. What about here? This cell appears to be where the Umber Hulks gained entrance to the castle. Several stew pots lie in the tunnel area directly behind the cell, which seems to be their feeding area. If there are more Umber Hulks, it doesn't seem like there are, though we can walk past this. I believe this is where you'd want to put the stew that you would make out of dog meat. We decided not to use that method, but this would be where you would do that, and then you would close the door behind them. You'd have to get somebody past the Umber Hulks first, and I think invisibility would do the trick there, or hiding in the shadows.
Do it.
It would have been invisibility in my case. Anyone in here? No? What about in here?
Best be paid well,
Always
Marvin.
worth checking these areas out, just in case. Ah! There was someone in here. They are now dead. So I think the only way we can really go is this way. Further into the dungeon. And when we come back, folks, we will keep exploring here. And hopefully we will find Lord D'Arnis and the troll that led the invasion of the fortress. We at the very least need to deal with that troll. The troll might have some really good loot. And the experience for doing so will make it worth it. I just hope there aren't more Umber Hulks by that troll. There might be more Umber Hulks. And so, I'll catch you next time, folks, and I'll see you then. Later.